The following is a message from Framingham Mayor Yvonne Spicer, courtesy of the Government Channel.
As you can see, our numbers are growing and the numbers of positive cases are growing. And that is all in part of having more testing. And at present, we don't have more information other than the numbers of positive test cases thus far. Some of the things that we have done over the last several weeks to focus on three things here in Framingham, and that is safety, security, and services. For the safety of our residents, what we've done is ramp up our efforts to find ways to slow down this virus. And some of the ways that we've learned over the last several weeks is social distancing, how to keep people at least 6 feet away from each other at most times or all times, washing hands, covering your sneeze or sneezing into your elbow, also disinfecting and sanitizing areas that are touched on a regular basis. One of the things we learned several weeks ago, and that the fastest way to slow this effort down is to minimize close contact. And that is the reason we closed schools. We closed the Callahan Center. We closed Lauren Arena. We also closed the libraries. These are very public-facing entities that have lots of people moving throughout them. We also closed City Hall to the public, even though we are still here working very diligently on your behalf. We did close it to the public to minimize engagement. So safety also extends to our recreational facilities. In an effort to keep our children safe, our teenagers safe, we have closed a lot of our recreational facilities, and we've taken the bold steps of actually removing some of the equipment to deter people from playing on that equipment. So we've taken down basketball court nets. We've taken down tennis nets. We removed some swings. And I can only stress, please help us keep your family safe by keeping off of the playground equipment. You may use the parks, you may walk, you may run, as long as you're keeping proper social distancing. We want to maintain these open spaces for people to get fresh air. So it's very important during this time that you are practicing good behavior in terms of social distancing, washing hands, and sanitizing, but also being respectful of the equipment and not necessarily getting on it when we've asked you not to. The other thing that we are working very hard, and our leadership team has worked very hard over the last couple of weeks, is first of all making sure that we're able to deliver services without minimal disruption or discomfort to our residents and staff. And our first responders, such as police, fire, DPW, as well as our facilities folks, have been front and center throughout this process. And they still continue to be those essential employees that are showing up every single day to provide services in the city of Framingham. We've also looked at ways in which we can ramp up our efforts as this coronavirus moves forward and grows in our community. We are prepared. We have an emergency management team that meets regularly and looking at ways in which we need to ramp up if need be for a surge. And we are in constant contact with MEMA and other entities. The thing that I did on March 23rd, which was to declare a state of emergency in the city of Framingham. What that allows us to do is to be in alignment for resources from MEMA and also to get them a lot faster since we have declared a state of emergency in our city. Our Board of Health, under the leadership of Dr. Garcia, and also Dr. Wong has done an incredible job. Dr. Sam Wong, who is our public health director, they've made some swift decisions within Framingham, such as not allowing public meetings and disbanding the public meetings, gatherings. Also, most recently, they had to make the decision of non-essential businesses and making sure that they stay closed for the time being. As of today, Governor Baker did extend the closure of non-essential businesses until May 4th. And so we actually made that decision around closures of some of our public buildings yesterday. And so we're all on the same page. And once again, with the goal being to dissuade people from gathering together, respecting distances, and also staying safe. That is the ultimate goal of all of these efforts. And so as we work towards recovery, we will keep you abreast of opportunities, especially for those of you that have small businesses and that have had to close, of opportunities for SBA, which is Small Business Association funding. Also looking at ways in which you are eligible for other resources that are available, unemployment benefits for staff. Please pay attention to our website. All of that information is available on our website. When I think of security, I think of security in multiple forms. And first and foremost, food security, having housing. Those are some critical functions that must happen in order for people to feel secure. We've worked very hard to collaborate with providers of food in the city of Framingham. There are multiple agencies that work on this endeavor, and they do this on a regular basis. We've done some work with them and let them be the lead providers of this service. We've also looked at ways in which their capacity needs to grow as our needs grow, and what are those resources they're needing in order to make that happen. What we've done is work with a foundation that has set up a funding that says Feed Framingham. And you may choose to donate there, which also provides resources that will be distributed to all of these entities and work very closely together. In addition to these food providers, we also work with community leaders that have direct links to the most needy people in our community, and that has been a wonderful network of people that are working on this together. So once again, we can get through this if we are working together. As we think about security of housing, the governor has made it very clear evictions cannot happen, because of the fact that he has put a moratorium on those evictions. Because if you are experiencing housing insecurity, food insecurity, please contact us. And also, if you're a quick number, 211 is another resource, but also our website. There are resources on our website that will be able to help you. And once again, as for services, City Hall is still operating every single day. Our trash pickup, recycling, all of those services are still happening. If you need something within the building, please feel free to call those department numbers, and you will get some response, and you will get your, whatever needs you have will be met. As for paying your bills and your taxes, we've made a decision to extend payment for excise tax until May 4th. And that is done to accommodate many of you that I know have been out of work, are concerned about getting into City Hall. All of these things we are taking on a day-to-day basis. This is such a fluid situation, and we're being very conscious of making sure that your needs get met here in the city of Framingham. I want to also say thank you to our legislative team working so hard to get extensions for filing our state income tax to July 15th. So that has been extended as well. And as your mayor, every bit of my time, my waking hours, is spent on trying to figure out how to move forward with this coronavirus. What can we do differently in the city of Framingham? I spend a great deal of time talking to my fellow mayors and town managers across this Commonwealth and across the entire country, for that matter, because we're all in this together. There is no playbook on how to deal with coronavirus 19. And we're learning all together of the impacts of this virus, but also ways in which we can put things into place to mitigate some of the impacts in our community. This is all of us in this together, working every single day. So as I said, safety is paramount. Security, the security of our community, and also making sure that we have the services that we need to be successful in Framingham. As we move through this together as a community, I want you to know I'm staying calm and staying focused on those goals. I want you to know your city is here for you. Please feel free to reach out to us. Also, if you have not signed up for alerts, please go to the website and sign up for alerts. Our website, www.framinghamma.gov. Please go to that website for up-to-date information that is factual, that is sometimes updated hourly. Thank you, Framingham. Be safe and keep doing the things that we know that will keep us safe. Social distancing, making sure we're washing our hands, and also sanitizing and disinfecting. We will get through this together. Thank you.
This has been a message from Framingham Mayor Yvonne Spicer, courtesy of the Government Channel.